What is going on, world? What's up, everyone? It's Zero here. I hope all of you are having a great day so far, and we're bringing you guys another matchup of Starcraft 2, which I'm super excited to be continuing the series between ShoWTimE versus SKillous, and it is currently 1-0 ShoWTimE, spawning in the top right-hand corner of Lost and Found LE, playing with the Protoss pieces. We have a player who goes by the name of ShoWTimE, and on the opposite side of the map, playing with the Zerg pieces, we have a player who goes by the name of SKillous. So guys, game number 1, if you guys didn't see, you guys can check it out on the YouTube channel. ShoWTimE made short work of SKillous in that first engagement, or that first matchup. Looks like he's sending a probe across the map here relatively early. We have relatively a pretty standard build. I think we're going to have a hatch gas pool come out of our Zerg player here. And on the opposite side, it looks like we're getting a gateway into a gas geyser, which is what ShoWTimE did in game number 1. So, yeah, it looks like it's going to be hatch gas pool out of SKillous. And look, guys, you know, SKillous might be one of those players who kind of gets overshadowed from players of the, you know, of the likes of Dark or of Rogue. These, you know, he's obviously not quite on that level yet, but at the same time, guys, he is on the WCS Pro circuit, and I have seen some games by this guy, and he is becoming better and better every game I watch him play. Looks like ShoWTimE on the opposite side is going to go with his Cybernetics core as well as his natural expansion. So, like I said, guys, it looks like it's pretty standard, at least at this point. And so, I'm really interested to see what SKillous is going to do to respond to that game number 1. ShoWTimE, I'm assuming, is not going to let his foot off the gas at this point. I would not be surprised if he comes up with a similar or maybe even a different strategy. Now, one thing that does catch my eye here with SKillous, he has one drone in the gas geyser currently. A lot of Zerg players are currently doing this. Looks like the probe, of course, is waiting to see if and when the Zerg is going to go for his third expansion, and that's exactly what ShoWTimE got that scouting information relatively quickly. He also wants to see the timing of those Zerglings. He sees exactly when they're coming out. With that said, guys, I'm looking. It's looking relatively standard at this point. We have one adept that is shading up towards the Zerg's natural expansion here. The adept's going to shade in and see if he can get any kind of scouting information. Looks like he's gonna see exactly kind of what's going on. He's gonna see that something is researching here in the spawning pool, which is, of course, the Zergling speed. So this could be interesting. I'm wondering, okay, I didn't think he was probably going to commit there. But as I said, this is what ShoWTimE does. He's all about knowing what the opponent's doing, or finding out what the opponent's doing. He's got a couple of adepts now. So it looks like he's going to have a relatively standard, you know, amount of units, at least at this point in the game. Now, one thing that the Zerg does not, I don't believe, know about is that there is an Oracle now that is out. And our Protoss obviously does already have the Stargate up. Looks like this Phoenix is going to nibble away at a couple of Overlords if it can. And it looks like this Oracle is going to come over and see if it can get any kills, any drone kills whatsoever. Yeah, you don't want to lose that Oracle for free. The lair is coming up now for SKillous. So he's going to be able to get those lair units here relatively soon. But of course, as ShoWTimE already knows, you know, he knows exactly what is going on, at least at this point. Handful of Zerglings just kind of chilling right here. They're probably going to wait and see if there is an opening at some point or another. They're also looking to see if there is and when that third base is going to be going up, which looks like it's going to be going up here very, very soon. Looks like there's a Phoenix that is harassing here across the map, trying to get a couple more kills on some of those Overlords. Looks like it'll just be able to get out of there. So guys, like I said, it looks like SKillous at this point is really going for another standard macro-focused game here. The Protoss is now getting his third base up. So I think we're in for a pretty intense matchup here between these two players. ShoWTimE does like to get a lot of Phoenixes. He does use the Phoenixes and uses them very well. There's a decent amount of Queens that are out now, though, so I think that's definitely going to help out our Zerg player with shooing away a lot of these Phoenixes. But at this point, he's got 6 Phoenixes that are moving across the map. They're probably going to try to take out this supply line from the Zerg, but he does have a lot of Queens here. They're going to try to get a couple of kills on these. Oh, and very nicely done. The Queens went ahead and defused, making sure that they keep that Overlord alive. And it looks like these Phoenixes are going to try to get a few kills here and there. They're just really testing the waters, though. They're seeing if they can get any openings here. Hydras are now coming out, which are going to be great against all of these Phoenixes. But this is a lot of Phoenixes at this point. More and more are being added on here. And back at home, for ShoWTimE, it looks like he just seems to be continuously adding on some more and more of these Phoenixes. Just trying to get kills here and there. And those all help in the grand scheme of things, guys. Back home, though, it looks like we've got a Forge coming up as well as a Twilight Council along with 2 gateways for our Protoss player. So he's probably going to go ahead and get some of those upgrades. And he can start getting some other units that can maybe be, can really help with against the ground-based army that the Zerg is getting here. But like I said, I mean, at this point, ShoWTimE is showing that he is ahead. But I'm not going to be counting out our Zerg player out, you know, whatsoever. Because he's very capable of getting back into this game. ShoWTimE now knows that there is a 4th base coming up for our Zerg player here. Not a lot of defenses, though, here in the main base location. Just a couple of spores. And ShoWTimE seems like he's just gonna hang around with all of these Phoenixes. He's got a lot of them. And back home, seems that ShoWTimE is starting to build up a ground-based army now as well. ShoWTimE's keeping tabs, and like I said, guys, it's all about, it's a game of drones, which is what Starcraft really is as a whole. But it's also even more than that, it's really knowing what the opponent's doing at all times, and that's something that ShoWTimE is very, very good at. He is building a pretty menacing army here, which is definitely something that will be scary. The Overlord speed is coming up here. These Phoenixes keep on coming around, though, and I think they're going to try to get as many kills on all of these drones as possible. He is getting so much value so far out of all these Phoenixes. And just like that, half of your drones are completely destroyed out of your 3rd base location. Now, I think it looks like SKillous is saying that he has enough. He may be going after the 3rd base, possibly even the 4th base of the Protoss here, which I think would be a very smart decision. He's kind of, he's going to split up his army a little bit, which might be a pretty good decision here for the Zerg player. Looks like he's going to try to hit in 2 directions at once. All of these, all of these Immortals and such are just going to be here. It looks like he's going to try to get the cancel at least on this 4th base location. And then it looks like there's going to be a pretty big engagement here, guys and girls. It looks like it's going to be a big engagement here on both sides here of the map. Looks like SKillous has had enough. He's going to try and do his part. Very good force fields here. Looks like on both sides, the Zerg is going to try as hard as he can to take out this 4th base location. And he may very well just do just that. He's got to be very careful, though, because in a matter of no time, all of these High Templar could have some crucial storms that could take out the Zerg opponent. So the Zerg player is moving towards the 3rd base location here. Really nice force field there. He's got to be careful, though, that he doesn't lose this entire army for practically free. ShoWTimE is getting so much value out of all of these Phoenixes. It is incredible the kind of value that he's getting. And all of these Immortals are just taking so many of these Baneling hits. At the same time, he's trying to run into the 4th base location and do what he can. But it looks like SKillous, for the time being, is being forced back. Wow, guys. Pretty intense here. Pretty intense. +2/+2 is coming up for the Zerg player, as well as the Infestation Pit. So I'm assuming he's going to be going, he's going to try to tech up to the Hive here very soon. Because the longer the game goes on, and you have the Protoss players on 4 bases, you got to feel like you're in a bad position currently. You're going to have to do crippling amounts of damage here soon. Otherwise, ShoWTimE is going to completely take over here this game. Another engagement here. Nice force fields by our Protoss player once again. He is not allowing SKillous to really get into this mineral line whatsoever. The Banelings are coming, but they are going to be hit by that force field. That force field hits the entirety of those Banelings. Such a well-placed force field there. Lots of Hydras here. They should be able to make short work of all these Zealots. But at the same time, it looks like those Banelings are all going to practically get picked up for almost free by all these Immortals and Zealots right here, because they can take so many Baneling hits. They're going to try as hard as they can. They get hit again by a force field. Unbelievably placed force fields. Not force fields. But guys, you know exactly what I'm saying here. They are getting absolutely stopped in their tracks here, and that is the Banelings I'm talking about. These Banelings can take these Immortals can take so many hits at this point. And at this point, guys, right now, as it stands right now, ShoWTimE is showing why he is one of the best Protoss players in the world here. A lot of these Dropper Lords are going to be picking up some of these Zerglings as well as these Hydras. They're going to be moving into what is probably going to be the main base location, it looks like. ShoWTimE knows this is happening. He can easily mass recall here into the main base location. It looks like once again the Zerg is trying so hard to find an angle here, but it does not look like it's really working out too well for them. He's hitting currently. Once again, these guys are just getting hit so hard. Carriers are coming out now, and I think that our Zerg player is at the very last straw here. He is hoping that he can just push through, but ShoWTimE is showing why he is one of the best Protoss players on the planet currently. Absolutely decimating the army of SKillous. Just showing us why he is a Protoss player to be reckoned with. Unbelievable play. He has not made a single mistake, and that is ShoWTimE I'm talking about this entire series so far between these two players. Looks like ShoWTimE is at this point saying, okay, enough defense. It's time to take out what is the Zerg army. Incredible, guys. Absolutely incredibly played by ShoWTimE. Now, as I'm saying that, SKillous still has an army here, and he can easily wipe out the entirety of this Protoss army. It's going to all be based on the engagement here. It looks like ShoWTimE still just has too many units, and those Storms are absolutely on point with those High Templar, and these Immortals are just making such short work, guys. Even the Mothership is out currently. And with that said, everyone, ShoWTimE is going to make quick work of SKillous in a best-of-3 series, winning it 2-0. I hope you guys did enjoy this game between ShoWTimE and SKillous. And if you guys did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, stay positive. As always, I will see you guys all in the next one. Peace.